Podcast where we interview interesting people doing interesting things, where you can expand your connections, your community. Kindness is cool and smiles are free. And let's get this party started.
Party time.
Marcia, what are you doing?
I am doing a brand new experiment with my Admiral.
And the experiment that we're working on today.
Fingers crossed.
No, not fingers crossed. We're making it happen here on the Pirate Broadcast because we are now streaming live on Amazon. So, and the reason why this is important is because Marcia has been on the Pirate Broadcast before, and we've talked about her products and how awesome StayWell Copper is, and how we're going to be talking about her journey. And we're also going to be talking about how to care for your copper. Mm-hmm. So Marcia, welcome. How are you doing?
Thank you, Russ.
I'm thrilled to put this phone up here.
Thrilled to be here and thrilled to be doing a first time ever Amazon Live.
Well, welcome to the...
I can't hear you.
I just unmuted myself.
Great.
So we're going to be doing more of these experiments, and we're going to be producing more shows and opportunities on Amazon Live, along with the Pirate Broadcast. And like I talked about the other day, as I get to 500 episodes, I'm going to pause, probably take a pause, and then incorporate Amazon Live, and I'm going to create a few other shows that I have coming up, and a few experiments out there. But today I want to talk to Marcia about StayWell Copper and the journey that you've had, and how your Amazon impact is going to change the way people have access to your products and services.
Great.
So talk about your journey and how you actually came to create this copper and StayWell Copper in the early days.
Well, it's been quite a journey of a lot of ups and a lot of downs. StayWell Copper was created in 2018 in an answer to just finding an affordable, easy, practical, efficient way to kill germs. That started because in 2001, I became critically ill with a MRSA staph infection in the lowest part of my spine. And I tell you, Russ, I had final rites twice, 6 surgeries, had to learn to walk again. I was seriously ill. And when I got done with all the antibiotics they had put in my body, the strongest available, for 6 months, my hair, my nails, and my skin were just ruined from all the chemicals. It took a lot of years to get my somewhat decent cells back. So I started on a mission of trying to learn everything I could about germs, how they multiply, how they morph, how they become resistant. They don't want to be killed, and we want to kill them. And I worked with a company in South Carolina that had a phenomenal chemical molecule, organosilane. And I learned, I call it my PhD in germology at the knee of Joe Mason. I learned so much about germs, and Joe was very successful. He sold his company and retired, and I was happy for him, but it didn't answer my question. Yeah. How can I find a solution for just ordinary, everyday people? Because we're not big chemical companies that have those kinds of solutions at our fingertips. So I went back 5,600 years to the Egyptians and Romans and the Greeks and found out that they killed germs. They didn't even know they were doing it when they first did it, but they discovered if they put their water in copper vessels, it wouldn't get scummy, and they could keep their water pure longer. That was mankind's first knowledge that copper did something cool. And so then they started making their spear points out of copper. It's a soft, malleable metal. And when they would sharpen their spear points, they would save all the filings and pack those into wounds. And they found that they wouldn't get infected. So slowly, it started to happen. The cholera workers in the 1900s, the copper workers found out they didn't get cholera because they worked in the copper mines, and copper is a natural antimicrobial. And so that's where I started. And then it took me a while to find out there's 400 different alloys in copper. There's all different levels and kinds of copper. I wanted the best. I wanted made in the USA, and that was critically important to me. I wanted medical grade antimicrobial. And that led us to StayWell Copper. We launched our company on Amazon. I had been in brick and mortar retail for many decades with other products I had invented, but I had never done e-commerce. So I had a huge learning curve ahead of me.
Well, I think there's a specific word that you used, and I just want to make sure it's clear to everybody here, is that it's medical grade. Mm-hmm. So if you think you could just go down and, peel some wire out of the wall and wrap it around your wrist, it's probably not the same kind of copper. I'm just thinking out loud here.
Just saying. Yeah, I had people ask me, well, can I just carry a bunch of pennies in my pocket? Well, pennies haven't been made from copper since 1942. So no, they don't work. But yes, there are different levels and grades and purities of copper. And this is interesting. Here on my desk, my pencil holder is a Moscow Mule copper mug. Pure copper, but it doesn't kill one single germ. Why would that be? This is my copper phone patch. They look a lot alike. They're both pure copper, but it's all in how they're fabricated and how they're finished that makes something kill germs and something look beautiful, but not kill a germ.
Well, I would show you the one on the back of my phone, but we're live streaming to Amazon, so I can't right now.
Well, we do have these phone patches. I hope you can see that. It's almost the same color as my phone case. But we have them in two sizes, medium and large. I have to get these in front of the screen.
Here's a medium.
Yep, there's a medium.
And the Pirates Syndicate.
Yes. We can engrave logos on it. The nice thing about these patches is when you're talking, texting, and touching, your hands are touching this patch. That's the whole principle. Our hands carry 80% of our germs, and they're always up near our eyes, our nose, and our mouth, and so is our phone. And if we can keep these surfaces germ-free, we have a much, much higher chance of not getting sick. Now, we created this to keep people from getting the common cold. However, we did find out on February 10th, 2021, the EPA came out with an edict saying that our copper kills the germs that cause COVID. So it's a very powerful copper, all natural, no chemicals, and the best thing of all, it lasts forever. So this piece of copper that's on the back of your phone, it will still be killing germs if your great-great-grandchildren use this very same piece of copper. It's very powerful.
It's incredibly powerful. And I really admire your tenacity, because at some point in time, Amazon made a decision to remove a lot of products that were claiming to kill germs because of so much, a lot of social pressure, I'm sure. And now that they brought you back and you validated and you verified and you've got all those three little acronym places saying, yes, I am going to be doing this. Yes, this does work. And yes, so coming back strong on Amazon and being able to serve the public and support all of the things that you're doing is just, I just applaud you. Thank you so much. All the gratitude in the world for you being here.
Thank you, Russ. Yeah. It was a huge journey, but I am so proud to tell all you Pirate Nation, on March 18th, 2021, we were granted our EPA registration, which is the government saying we in fact kill 99.97% of germs on surfaces. So that allowed us to get back on Amazon with our copper roller. This one's hooked to my car keys, and with our phone patches that I've already showed you. And we have new products that will go, they're not new to me, but they are going to be put back on Amazon probably during the next week or two. So keep going back to check. You'll be seeing our dog tag. This is a smaller version of our foam patch.
Cool.
It's really cool. I have one on this set of car keys. I have copper everywhere because I don't want to ever get sick again. And then we have the roller that I just showed you. This roller that comes as a keychain also is available as a necklace. And I do not ever leave the home without this on, because when I'm at the bank, I can use it as a touchpad, at the grocery store. And if I'm around germy people, I put it right up my nose. This is what got us on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Most of our germs enter our bodies through our nose. And if we can keep these germs killed, we don't get sick. We have 200 people in our focus group who since August of 2019 have not had a cold. They have not had COVID. My husband and I have not had a cold. We're going on 5 years, and we do it twice a day.
Wow.
Yep. It really does keep us healthy.
I want to add this. I want to add this to everybody. I'm asking you to go on to Amazon and follow my page on Amazon. So when we go live with stories like this, you can actually have an opportunity to go on Amazon and check it out, because this is an emerging platform where it's going to allow a little more creativity, a little more diversity in the messaging and the guests as well. So I just really want to allow you the opportunity to catch up with some of these things. I'm going to be doing it at different times, different topics, different subjects. And just check it out, because I want to also highlight a few people here. We got Jenny's Gold Standard, Morning Pirates. She's here. She's an avid supporter of two of my favorite. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Love you back, Jenny.
Love our friend Howard Kaufman. Nice stream on Amazon too. Thank you so much. And then we got Wendy. Wendy is good morning, Marcia and Admiral. Thank you so much, Wendy. I hope you're feeling better. Hope everything's very well in your world. Pirates rock. Absolutely true. And look, Elise is here. Good morning, Marcia and Russ. Thanks so much. I offered Elise a link to the Amazon show as well, so hopefully she's able to join in. There's a couple of people watching from Amazon that I can see. And then good morning. So, Marcia, what was it? Because I've been in the hospital. When I was in the hospital, I came down with really a nasty staph infection. In fact, I had a what they call a Groshon catheter that goes right in. You probably know about it, and you're doing IVs and you're doing some serious antibiotics. What possessed you to think about copper, and what started you down this path?
Well, I was really too sick when I was in the hospital, because I had 4 Groshon catheters. They all got infected, and we had to keep trying new entry points. You know that gig, Russ. It's really devastating when the best our medicine has does get to a point where it can't do anymore. And my infection was at such a low part of my spine with such a very low blood flow. The antibiotics couldn't get that far before the infection had morphed again. So it really was a battle of antibiotics versus time. And I was simply too sick to think about anything. It wasn't until I got better and I was asked to do a consulting project for this chemical company in North Carolina. They wanted me to help get their molecule into fast food restaurants because it was effective against Listeria, E. coli, and Salmonella. That's when I started learning about germs and thinking, well, it's great. These big corporations have a solution, but what about ordinary people? And my whole career, I've created products that solve simple problems for ordinary people, because if I have the problem and 10 of my friends have the problem, I know there's a lot more people that need a smart, practical solution. And I have 2 children and 5 beautiful grandchildren, and it breaks my heart to think of the tens of millions of bottles of chemical-filled hand sanitizers going into our landfills every month, and watching moms smear those chemicals on their children's hands, because what we put on our skin is absorbed into our bodies. Yeah. And the great thing about our copper, This is the one and only ingredient is copper, COPPER. So simple, a 6-year-old can spell it and pronounce it. Have them try to do that with the back of a hand sanitizer bottle of ingredients. I don't want all those chemicals in my body, and I don't want them in the body of my kids and grandkids. So I knew it was time to just come up with something that made more sense. And I also, recently, I was in a mid-tier restaurant here in Arizona where I live. And when you walk in the front door by the hostess stand, they had a hand sanitizer display that you were supposed to put on your hands. And I looked at it, and the tray that caught the drips of the chemical hand sanitizer was all rusted and the paint was eaten off. So if that hand sanitizer's chemicals are powerful enough to eat off paint, what are they doing to your skin? And it was just another example of that. I have to stay the course. I have to let people around the world know that this piece of copper will kill 99.97% of germs, lasts forever, and has no chemicals. It's such an easy, obvious solution rather than those terrible chemical hand sanitizers.
And you have to continue to use them over and over again. And what we know, and you probably realize this as well, having had to have multiple Groshon catheters, is that the more antibiotics you use and the more drugs you take for that, the more resistance there is to fighting that. So if you can use something naturally, you can use something that is found here in nature, and it's an organic product, or not an organic product, but a natural product like copper. That's so much, to me, that makes so much more sense.
You know, we had visitors in our home about a month ago, and one of the people came in just starting to get a cold. So I went and I got out my box of cold medicine, thinking I might have something that would help her feel better because the cold was beginning. And another of the guests said, Marcia, everything in your cold box is expired. None of this is any good. And all of a sudden I had one of those aha moments. Of course it's expired. We haven't had a cold for 5 years. We have not had a cold for 5 years. I mean, and that's copper. We use it every day. We rub it and roll it between our hands, between our fingers, of course, up our nose, wherever. I have a girlfriend, her dad created the Etch-a-Sketch. And she's always had sore throats her whole life. I gave her one of these 3 years ago, and whenever she gets a sore throat, she sucks on it like a lollipop, and her sore throat goes away. She has never developed a sore throat since she started using this. So it's just a matter of killing germs. But now copper, this is all natural, and the way we process it, it will tarnish. And some people don't like their copper to look tarnished, but
we should probably talk about how you prepare and how you clean your.
This one on my key is very tarnished. It doesn't shine as bright as this one, but this kills in its tarnished state.
It still kills
just as many germs as bright and shiny. But we like things to be bright and shiny in our world. So I found I've tested every copper cleaner on the market. There is Wright's copper cleaner. I think you can get this on Amazon, and this works beautifully.
If you're watching on Amazon, it's right down below in the carousel. You can actually catch up with that and purchase it directly.
It's a cream, and it comes with kind of a little scrubby sponge inside, so it's easy to apply. Then there is another product called Tarnex. Now, this doesn't smell so good, but man, does it work. So I took this and I poured it into a little spray bottle because trust me, gang, I'm the copper queen and I clean a lot of copper. So this is Russ and I's first attempt. I'm going to try and show you live on air how easy this is to clean and get shiny. So I'm trying to do this.
Brilliant. I love it.
Okay, I'm going to spray this. Did you see that just go from tarnish to that?
That is crazy.
That fast. It went to, now I'll do the backside.
Jennifer says hello.
Hi, Jennifer. See
Good
how
morning.
tarnished? Here
Holy
we go,
cow.
Jennifer. It's that fast.
That is incredible.
And so It's that easy to keep your product bright and shiny, clean and new. And then I will rinse that with water. So if it's on your electronic device, be careful about how much water you get around it. But because this is on car keys, it's not, I'm just going to put that, just rinse it quick. Yep. But that's some people do complain that the copper tarnishes. And in each one of the products that we send our consumers, there's a card right here, and it tells how to keep your product tarnish free. But don't forget, it can be coated black with tarnish, and it's still killing 99.97% of germs.
I love it. I love it. Well, I enjoy mine, and I feel much more confident when I need to go to the grocery store or something else. I take my phone with me, I carry it, and I keep rubbing my copper. And I'm looking forward. I ordered a couple of the cylinders. So I'll
germ stopper roller. Germ stopper
roller. And so I'll just continue to roll that. In fact, I think I'll probably turn one into I'll do a necklace.
Yeah,
I'll put it around my neck.
I do it all. And this copper chain that this necklace comes on, it is coated with lacquer, so it won't turn your neck green. Because you remember back when our grandparents wore those copper bracelets and their wrists would get green?
Yep.
This won't do that, because I knew women didn't want to go around with green necks, but I don't leave home without this ever. Yeah.
I have to imagine that a lot of people may not be aware of the way copper works and the way copper can, kill germs and protect us. And I think if a lot of parents, especially with kids, had a way that they could actually, help their children stay bacteria free and even day-to-day stuff, colds, flu, everything else that goes along with it, regardless of the pandemic, regardless of anything that's going on around us right now, this is an ongoing challenge that we have to live with all the time. And having copper around is just a good practice. And I think it's really important for us to understand that it helps colds, it helps regular flu symptoms and things like that. So, sore throat.
It's important because in the next 2 to 6 weeks, our kids will be going back to school. And if they put this copper roller on their backpack and use it like a fidget and just roll, and kids love to roll this, that's going to keep their hands so clean. And they can use this year, next year, they can use it the year they graduate. It'll never quit killing germs. And soon on Amazon, we'll have our dog tag back up. This also can fit on the backpack. And it's just an easy way for kids to be touching the things that they touch, and yet it kills the germs on their hands at the same time. They also can put it on the back. This is on the back of the iPad. So as you're iPadding, you again can be killing your germs on your hands. If we can keep our hands germ-free naturally without chemicals, we're so far ahead. How many people have you met, Russ, since this pandemic that their hands are all red and chapped and sore from this chemical sanitizer? It's bad stuff.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of chemicals, but that's just me. And I hope that you have found some value in this thing. Jenny says, I love your products, Marcia.
Thank you
so much, Jenny. Appreciate that. And it doesn't seem that it's a matter of, because you have all sizes of patches. It doesn't seem like there's a size that is required in order to work. It seems like it could be any size.
All copper kills the same amount of germs. It's just how much I like the large patch because more of my hand is in contact with it as I use my phone, but the small patch kills just as many germs. So the decision really comes down to if you have other things on the back of your phone case, you may only have room for the medium patch. And if that's the case, that'll kill just as many germs as the large. They're about if you can see here, they're about an inch difference in size, but it's just which one fits the back of your phone better.
Yeah. And talk a little bit about the perimeter effect, because I was fascinated by the perimeter effect of copper.
Copper is the only metal in the world that has a halo effect. So while it kills 99.97% of germs on your hands when you're touching it, it kills 70% of germs within a 16-inch radius. So without even having touch, and it kills at the molecular level. It electrocutes the germs. It bursts the cells so they can't reproduce and they die on site. Also, copper is self-sanitizing. So even though this copper is killing germs all day long, if I touch it, it self-sanitizes from whatever germs are coming on from my hands.
To me,
it's
that's
a fabulous metal.
The world we live in is an amazing place. That's all I got to say.
Full of germs, and we need everyone in Pirate Nation to help spread the word, because we have to get our position back on Amazon. We need, we're starting over basically, but now we have our EPA registration. We're approved by the FDA and the FTC. So we have gone through all the alphabet soup to get here and be able to say these things.
And I encourage all of the pirates out there to support this kind of effort. The community, we're here, we're building, we're growing, we're supporting, and I want to support you as well. So if you have products and services on Amazon, let me know. And because I'm looking to support and highlight and shine the light on other people that are doing stuff that are that's going to be valuable for the community and supporting the community and the pirate community as well. So, Marcia, this has been an amazing opportunity to highlight this, and it's been a great experience. Now I don't have a fourth device that I can run over and check out on Amazon, but I see there are a couple of people watching. And if you're watching on Amazon, please follow this stream, like this comment and provide some feedback for us. Let us know. And down in the carousel of Amazon, you can actually purchase these products directly. So I know that, the pirate community hasn't always been one that I've promoted a lot of sales. However, Amazon encourages that. And I just want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to be exposed and to the copper phenomenon and everything that can be done with copper. And I just really appreciate the fact that you're here, Marcia. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Russ, for letting me be your very first Amazon Live. I feel like I'm on HSN or QVC pitching a product. And Amazon and to the Pirate Nation, thank you for letting us do all this for a half an hour. But we're doing a test too to see how we can get this honed in, because Russ has an excellent platform to promote those of you who have products that are on Amazon.
And like I said, my goal is to expand this and find alternate times that we can actually use for Amazon, and kind of have fun with it. Make sure that we're able to support more people and expand the brand. So it'll be fun. It will be fun.
I can always have fun with copper.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Well, it's always a joy to be around you, Marcia, and thank you so much for being in my life, and I appreciate you. So
thank you very, very much, Russ. You have a wonderful germ-free day.
And thank you, everyone, for being here. Love you. All the gratitude in the world, because kindness is cool. Smiles are free.
Yes.
And you enjoy the day.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you for joining the Pirate Broadcast. If you found this content valuable, please like, comment, and share it across your social media channels. I would love the opportunity to help others grow in their business. The Pirate Syndicate is a platform where you show up, we produce the show. It's that easy. If you want to be seen, be heard, and be talked about, join the Pirate Syndicate today.